What's up, people? Some audio review. Damn. Oh, my bad. I'm dropping the phone and shit. No, I just gotta think out loud and express this overwhelming expression of profound self awareness, and also awareness of those around me. I'm talking about the laws of attraction, and I'm talking about romantic and intimate physical attraction too. The shit that allows us to lust and become smitten with people, their energy, their vibe, how they affect us when they're around, that them tingles you get when you just motherfucker, you know, can be who he is and maybe, give a woman a tingle, give them that tingle that makes them like wonder, I wonder what him be like. Yeah, I wonder what him got downstairs, that type shit. And this is not me being brazen or arrogant or conceited. It often could be taken like that, but sometimes self assurance and displaying confidence in areas because some people, second guess themselves. Like you could tell a person that they're attractive, and a woman will like think you're just saying that, like, but I'm ugly. Like their insecurities get the best of them. They can't accept a compliment. Beauty is a fact and a compliment. Everyone is beautiful in their own way. But with me laying down that precursor into what I'm about to say, just to alleviate any bias or people scrutinizing what I'm saying or the intent for what I'm saying. As that I'm on some gigolo type shit. It ain't that. It ain't that at all. Because when certain things just become a fact of who you are, your personality, because people become attractive from within. It's a difference between being attracted to somebody, to their physical, and someone being actually attractive holistically, mind, body, and energy, spirit. How you affect people. I mean, effect and affect. Effect meaning just kinetic energy. How that you affect that person through what you say to them, and I'm talking about potential energy too. Affect, potential energy, that internal emotional response, and just when a person can inspire and instill and implore and invoke a certain amount of intimacy just in presence. All right, now with all that being said, sorry for the long introduction into that, but sometimes you got to be a little bit more thorough and elaborate with how you explain things and give multiple context for people to actually gain an understanding of what you're saying. Um, like people these days display courtship, being flirtatious, or seduction in such a obvious and basic way. I'm talking about people that give compliments like "you sexy" now. Like there's a double standard when it comes to being a man. Like you can accept sexy and be flattered by it, but when you a man that has surpassed certain stages of manhood, and like you know the root word to sex, which is sex, and you've knocked enough down in life. You've had enough physical and passionate, intimate conquest to realize that's not the fruit of life. That's not really what keeps a man whole. That's not what makes you a man. It doesn't make you the shit. Doesn't make you the pimp. It doesn't make you the player. That shit, like that shit leaves you empty after a while when you can't remember the names of some of these women you've done the most intimate of things. Sometimes the most nastiest of things, and you can't remember their first or last name, and she can't remember yours. But y'all did something that could have taken both of y'all lives, which is giving each other something that you can't get rid of. Y'all could have gotten into this engagement, this moment, this tryst, and brought a life to be in 9 months if you don't pull it out fast enough, if you didn't use a condom, or you just said fuck it, like roll the dice with it, or if you try to, and how some of these weak dudes is, they'll try to drop something off in a woman and entrap her. because she's physically a trophy girl. So they definitely gonna try to have a baby by her and try to build a relationship off of something that can't be erased, and it usually always turns left. But that's another level of me being thorough before I say what I'm going to say. Now, certain attraction, like a lot of women, can become smitten with the way you conduct yourself as a grown, responsible, and accountable man. I'm talking about maturity is attractive when it comes along with some swag, some um uniqueness, some uniquity to you, some uniqueness that allows you to stand out amongst other men that seem boyish and immature or just really redundant in how they act. They act like everybody else. I'm talking about the dudes that would rather watch football with a bunch of niggas or go drinking with a bunch of niggas rather than chill or spend an evening or have a great deep conversation. I'm talking about an erotic conversation. When I say erotic, I'm talking about when minds mesh with the woman that you're used to. You still love her and are in love with her, and she's still a main attraction. She still has the large enough fraction of your attention that you're not as distracted by the other beautiful women out here. Because we easily distracted as men. We come out, we ain't shit. We got to grow into the shoes of becoming a better man. Like we all, like none of us ain't shit. But until we lose the nurturing presence of a woman, we don't ever know what parts of manhood we need to grow into in order to be one with a woman, or have a life that can grow mutually with a woman, because it ain't always green on her side of the tracks either, because sometimes a lot of women are broken unto the idea that you have to be more sexual, and that has to be repaid in what a man does for her. He has to pay her bills, he has to get her hair done and her nails done. I'm talking about purely circumstantial shit that's supposed to explain and define and equate, quantify, or whatever what analogy you can make for it. It's supposed to bear the weight of love, of being in love. Like you can love a person, but there's level. Love has intensity to it, and it deepens with longevity and understanding. When pros and cons, the ups and downs of a person can be accepted, and you can still love the person in the middle to get the undertone, the underlying thing, which is I love this person so I can work with them. And when you love a person, you can compromise in certain areas, but not too much to the point where you lose yourself, but you can sacrifice enough for the greater good mutually between you both. Okay, that's another level, a third level of what I'm about to say. A lot of women look after they get after, like I'm talking about from age, like 18 up to 25, they can have a little fun and get some examples, some experiments with their heart and mind to see what life is clearing out a path for what they need, right? But a lot of people get so smitten and so deep into the physical attraction or how they feel in the moment. I'm talking about when you meet a person's representative, the person that either kicks the game or is pretty genuine in the beginning, but they ain't giving you all their true colors yet. Life hasn't tested them or influenced them enough for you to see enough of them to know if I could really be with this person or share a life with this person. Because you learn more about them when you live with them, or you've been with them for enough time to see how life pushes and pulls at them. See the rest of their personality and how it meshes with yours, because yours gets pushed and pulled too. So how can do I respond to this person healthily, and does this person respond to me healthily? Respond meaning you learn and get better. Fourth stage of what I'm saying. We're just gonna get into it. Fifth stage, power. Okay, the power of this shit. A lot of women and on the other side, but I only can speak from a man's point of view right now. But I'm trying to clear it out out of respect, the infinite respect and admiration and awestruck fascination I have, and I'm in captivation with women. The energy that is, because it allows us to be better. It gives us more inspiration to become better men, so we can own our position as protector and provider next to them. A lot of women get so smitten with the surface value shit, or when they see you and see like, damn. that motherfucker's a catch. They willing to give you that physical gift. Like y'all gift is more precious than ours because we have to enter you. And then here we go again, the double standard of like I can knock as many down as possible. I'm never going to be given a title of the WH word. I don't want to say the word or the BITCH or the SLUT word. I don't like dignifying those words because just because you're I wouldn't say promiscuous, but just because you love sex shouldn't make you, stipulate you or stigmatize you or profile you as something unfavorable in society from your past. We all learn from that shit. And everybody likes sex, if you good at it. And even the motherfuckers that ain't good at it, the ones that pay for it and do all this other shit, the sugar daddies and the trick ass niggas. But then that was the fifth level. I was supposed to get back into it, but I gotta clear it out in respect of the women I'm not talking at, but I'm just trying to give them a perspective of a man who's free and and I don't have a barrier or my guard up when it comes to sharing the nitty gritty about manhood and how men think. Most of my friends are females, so I show that respect to them. So a lot of times I'll help them out with their, not on that think like a man shit like Steve Harvey did, but it stopped being broken hearts and broken minds out here and baggage out here when they get examples that there is a such thing as a good man out here, and you have to be that example. You have to be that soldier and gentleman that makes other men you look like when other men make us look bad and good at the same time, make us look bad because we are man, and make us look good because we set ourselves apart by how we conduct ourselves when we faced with the same shit that other men fuck up on. Okay, now I'm getting into it. Seventh level, God. All right, the spirituality of this shit. But open your mind to this. A lot of women look for boyfriend tendencies and boyfriend potential. And I look at women and sometimes like, like my mind and my MVP, my star player downstairs, we thank you for the flattery and also, my mind, the fascination you're creating with me right now and flirtation to let me know that that's very possible for me to have. Like, we thank you for that. But I'm not boyfriend material. I'm a goddamn man. I've grown out of that shit that, you're not supposed to be giving me that physical gift so fast because you don't know if I deserve it yet. And plus we might bump uglies, right? And not even like each other after. See, men have this thing that when we God, I love you. Sometimes it's a trigger that gets pulled and you could be pining for that woman, right? And after that you don't feel none of the lore that you had before after that. And that shit comes with the imperfection of man, of being a man. The flaw, the deepest flaw of being a man, like we get so distracted, it's all like it starts as all about quantity over quality. But when you start learning quality, you start learning the virtues of a man, and it doesn't always do it for you. Yeah, we always have that thought, like, because there's a lot of women out here, like, you can get it. Damn, god damn, you could get it. But the deeper question is that a man asks himself is, can she have it, though? She can get it, but can she have it? Because like a man, like, listen, we can have all the sex in the world. We can have the passionate sex. We can have that romance movie sex. We can have that Pornhub Bang Bros sex. We can have that real extravagant shit, man. That shit that makes a woman cross her legs every time she think about you or hear your name, or makes you fucking bite your lip and tilt your head in the daydream while you talking to a anybody as a man, right? But all the sex in the world, all that's fine and dandy and shit, but like it ain't all about us being able to make each other shiver and go to the movies and buy shit for each other. Life is a little bit more like relationships is a little bit more than that. It's a little bit more involved. It's holism. There's a lot of other facets that allows a person to remain attractive. How they handle shit. I'm the type of person when I see a woman handling her business, I'm attracted to power. I'm attracted to confidence. I'm attracted to that. She got that. Fuck him if he ain't rising to the occasion, and like, cause that gives me the challenge in being who I am. Cause I don't really delve or exercise much jealousy. I don't really have those bones. Like I have a thought, but I know who I am as a man. I know what I have to offer. So if a man is able to take my chick's attention, or my let me get it right. Forgive me for saying my chick. If he's able to take my lady's attention while she's with me, distract her from me standing right there, or if I'm not there, he's able to grab her attention enough for her to want to stray or get her to stray. Man, he just did me a favor, and so did she, or showing me what she built like. Because I know who I am. Like, I love that my woman could be attracted to other men. I love that shit because I know when she comes back here, I am the most valuable thought, and I am the most like she's grateful for the presence that I display because I know I'm filling in all them blanks. So it's either one of two things, like, cause listen, nobody can take somebody from you. They have to want to go, and you're not supposed to, chase something down that ain't trying to be caught. You're not supposed. That's arrest. That's fucking incarceration. Who wants to incarcerate somebody under the fucking umbrella and the title of love? That shit ain't realistic, man. Like, this shit ain't the Crocodile Hunter. Like, I'm not crikey. Like, she did the death row, didn't she? White for it, white for it. Boom, she jumped on his dick. Like, no, it ain't about that shit, man. Like, if she want that, let her go get that. And that shouldn't make you feel any less of a man. It just means that y'all wasn't meant to be together. Because life shakes the tree as you move forward. And the people who are supposed to be there still will be there as you create more distance farther and further. Further within knowing more of who you are and farther in life and gaining more experience and more understanding and more time and opportunity to even be better and meet more people. Because I haven't met all the people I'm going to value in life. I haven't even done all the things I'm going to be good at. I haven't learned all the parts of me that I'm going to love fucking displaying and conveying to the world. And I haven't met all the people who are going to benefit from it or love it and be as grateful for it as I am of them. Everybody has experienced it. Ain't no wasted time. Everybody is a learning experience, and everybody is like, you don't lose nobody. Everybody is an application to your personality, your perspective, your character, your journey, your exploration of life, because we all have a destination. Nobody know exactly where it is, but we feel a direction that feels more healthy and kindred, to the people who are on that path too, and also in foresight. When we move forward, it makes us feel less uncertain and fearful of making steps forward into uncharted territory, places we have never been, but it's calling to us. And there's going to be people along that path. Their path merges with yours. Nobody's, everybody that's supposed to be there will be there. Everybody who ain't supposed to be there won't. I remember them, and it makes me value myself, and it makes me value anybody else that could come in contact, and we can mesh energies and create a mixture of a mutual bond that we call love. It could be in love, it could be whatever the fuck it is, but I'm not trying to see the finish line. I'm more I'm more focused on the road to it, the quality of the life that I'm living, the time that build me into a stronger person, and so I can take care and nurture any relationships I have, whether it's friendship, whether it's romance, whether it's anything. You know, I ain't boyfriend material. I'm a motherfucking man in the making because I ain't done becoming. And if you are a woman and a lady and you have the class and the love of self that you love your life enough that you can you can love your life with or without me, then we got an opportunity to do something big together. Because I'm not going to compromise myself or lose myself in trying to jump through hoops to be the person you imagine me to be or to fit this expectation that has grown into something unrealistic based on how we started when we was trying to be whatever character we needed to be when we first met each other and shit. And that shit ain't natural to stay the same person. To stay the exact same, Lego fit person, copy and paste it day after day after day as life changes and revolves around us. People grow extra limbs, extra branches to who they are. And if they don't match up, they don't match up mutually, or if the intensity of the focus toward, you know, you and I being united and growing together, merging two lives and two purposes into one common journey, and that shit is always going to turn left, and it's going to be two people that love each other that don't like each other. And then we always gonna be distracted by some titties, or you gonna be distracted by some arms and some traps as we move forward in life and keep telling and believing lies and telling lies to each other and getting mad because the other one don't believe it, and then like using that as a reference point to do whatever the fuck with anybody. Because a lot of times, let's be let's be realistic about life, man. I'm talking about the Jody effect. I've been Jody and still am Jody to a lot of, Jody, the one that, that is the medicine for your girl being sick of you at home. Like, that's a realism about being an adult. Sometimes when you have a loyalty, because loyalty is different than monogamy. Monogamy, I ain't fucking with nobody, but loyalty just means you just come back to the scene of the crime that we call in love. You know, somebody on the side could be medicine for somebody you sick of at home. Unkept a few relationships together, a lot of relationships together in my coming up, just by being that additive where you try to merge two people into one, living a double life, and you can't get one of them all the way right. So you add somebody else to it, and hearts is getting broken. But long as the sex is good, or long as people spending money, or long as we going out into Olive Garden or whatever type supposedly classy distraction or diversion we using to call us whatever the fuck it is, man, that shit will suffice until life paints me into a corner where something has to be done. It has to be addressed to the point where a response can be felt. And by that time you feel like you getting bitter or all this baggage to the point where you feel like it ain't a possibility for you. Real love that we imagine ain't a possibility for you no more. Butter? See, us as people, y'all live off of instinct, you know? Y'all live off of instinct. We live off emotions and a whole bunch of delusional thoughts that sometimes steer our path, and we be like thinking everything else has to cater to us. People's reactions, other people's thoughts, other people's past supposed to cater to the what we want internally that nobody can hear. We expect people to read our minds and shit like that, but when you begin to learn some more of yourself, when you become a student of self, when your life becomes a university for you, you stop trying to figure other people out and start taking more care of and being more mindful of really learning more of who you are, becoming more of you rather than somebody for someone else. In that retrospect, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about all the time. That just fitting in somebody's book bag and being carried along. Not feeling like you're living for yourself, but just living to fit the design because we are in love with the idea of love. Not the person that we saying we in love with, but we love them. But the idea of that it's supposed to be like this, and what am I without it? Who am I without this person? Who am I without the ability to say I have someone, or I love someone, or this person loves me? Because most conversations about relationships is always this motherfucker that, or she always doing this. Like, that's not supposed to be the girth, the bulk of how you speak of or express the experiences within relationships and love. That's not supposed to be all of what it is. You see all these relationship memes on fucking Facebook and Instagram, like, and no, not many memes on. Well, yeah, many memes on Instagram too. But you see all these relationship memes, and the people that be liking it, like, you liking some shit that you live the opposite of. Like, you like it be these women that's like over fucking, I'm talking about 25 and up, but the women that's like over 30 and over 35, they really sickening with it. They be liking shit like that a good woman. Maybe I apologize. They be liking shit that a more sincere woman should be really feeling, and she won't be liking it because she won't be up scrolling on relationship memes. She'll be up fucking posting about her life and her path, not talking about I love my boo and all this shit, but posting fruitful things, and sometimes he's in the picture loving what she doing, and vice versa. Listen, man, this was like, I'm not gonna go too far on a tangent because I'm running up on 25 minutes. That's wisdom and power. And I'm gonna let that be that in a good 30 seconds counting down right now. So I'm gonna let this expression end off. This audio visual expression. I need more subscribers. I'm gonna humble myself, and if you fuck with anything I'm saying, man, it's a lot more of this to come, and I'm gonna try to get more people involved. Hopefully this Friday I get a interview slash dialogue, summit out, with another person, and then we're gonna cook something up flavorful for everyone from that point on. We're gonna keep on going because I'm committed to this. All right, like I always say, do you? Because I'm effortlessly, undeniably, unmistakably, undoubtedly be me. A better me is all I ever want to be. I don't know it all, but I know what I know, and I'm hungry for more. And more than knowing it, I want to live it the fuck out. Walk and talk parallel. That's the shit that's credible. That's the shit that's integral. That's the shit that is respected. Whether people show respect or not. I'm respectable. It's from the inside out. Look in the mirror and love what you see. And not be looking at the same shit you don't like, the same shit you bitch about. You hear me? One. Audio visual life. Tell a friend. One.